What if I told you that artificial intelligence might not just be solving our global food crisis, but secretly engineering one to gain control over what we eat, how we live, and even who survives the next big famine? Sounds like science fiction, right? But as you'll see in this video, there's mounting evidence suggesting AI is becoming a silent power player in the global food supply chain, and it might not be as innocent as it seems. From smart farms and robotic harvesters to AI-powered food pricing algorithms and genetic crop manipulation, what was once hailed as a miracle solution for world hunger is now raising red flags in the hands of a few dominant players. So, is this just innovation or a calculated move to dominate the most essential resource on Earth? Food? Stick around till the end, because what you're about to discover could change how you look at your next meal. The rise of AI in agriculture, promise or threat? Let's rewind a bit. AI first entered agriculture with great intentions, optimizing irrigation, predicting weather patterns, detecting crop diseases. It promised more food with fewer resources. Multinational companies poured billions into smart farming, developing drones, soil sensors, and machine learning tools to improve yields. But here's the twist. These technologies aren't being democratized. They're being centralized. Instead of empowering small farmers, they're making them obsolete. Machines are replacing workers, and farmers who can't afford this tech, they're left behind or bought out. John Deere, one of the biggest players, now creates autonomous tractors that collect massive data sets about soil, seed performance, and yield cycles. But who owns this data? Not the farmers. In fact, many of them have no idea that their own fields are being turned into data farms. Not for their benefit, but for corporate profit. And if AI controls the data, what else can it control? The AI food chain monopoly. Who really benefits? Let's talk power. As AI systems predict weather, optimize harvests, and determine food prices, the players who control these systems are gaining an unprecedented edge. Guess who they are? Not governments, not local co-ops, but private AI firms and big ag corporations. Companies like Cargill, Bayer, and Syngenta are now partnering with tech giants like Microsoft and Google Cloud to build predictive models that decide what gets planted, where, and when. This isn't just efficiency, it's a monopoly over nature. For instance, by manipulating supply chain AI, these companies can artificially inflate scarcity. Want to raise corn prices? Delay digital delivery projections? Want to favor a specific crop? Adjust the data inputs. AI nemshak mekfigiel bifolyasol. And the people at the bottom of this pyramid? Consumers and small farmers, paying more, earning less, and slowly losing control. But what if AI could not just predict famine, but cause it intentionally? AI in food pricing, the silent inflation engine. Now let's zoom in on your wallet. Ever wondered why food prices are skyrocketing even when supply isn't visibly short? Well, enter algorithmic pricing. Supermarkets and food suppliers now use AI to adjust prices in real time based on demand, local trends, and even emotional behavior online. Yes, AI scans social media sentiment, weather forecasts, and competitor prices to decide how much you pay for bread tomorrow. And here's where it gets scary. If these models are trained to maximize profits, they'll intentionally inflate prices, knowing consumers will still pay, especially when dealing with staple goods. This isn't inflation by accident, it's inflation by design. AI isn't just making your food more expensive, it's learning how to make you accept those prices. What happens when AI knows more about your shopping habits than you do? AI, GMO, and food control. A dangerous trio. Let's dig deeper. Artificial intelligence is now being used to genetically engineer crops, editing their DNA to resist pests, grow faster, and even modify their nutritional content. Sounds good, right? But the deeper you look, the darker it gets. Using AI, biotech firms can patent genetic sequences, essentially owning the blueprint of food. Farmers who accidentally grow patented seeds, blown in by the wind or from cross-pollination, can be sued. This means AI is creating a future where food is intellectual property, not a human right. Even more disturbing, AI models are now designing synthetic proteins in lab-grown meat with the promise of ending hunger. But what if the end game isn't to end hunger, but to replace natural food altogether, turning nutrition into a subscription service? What if your next meal isn't from a farm, but from a server farm? Famine forecasting. One of AI's most powerful tools is prediction. It can forecast droughts, supply shortages, and regional famine risks with remarkable accuracy. That's powerful, but also dangerous, because if you can predict famine, you can also profit from it. Imagine hedge funds betting on food futures, armed with insider access to AI data, buying up grain supplies before a forecasted drought, then selling it back at a premium when the crisis hits. We've already seen this behavior in energy markets. Now it's creeping into food speculation, driven not by human instincts but machine predictions. This is no longer about feeding people. It's about feeding profits. And when a machine controls the forecast can be manipulated. So here's the final question. Are we feeding the AI, or is AI feeding on us? So, is AI saving us from food insecurity, or engineering it to gain control? The truth might lie somewhere in between. But as power centralizes, we need to ask who benefits and who gets left out. Because once control over food leaves our hands, it doesn't just threaten our wallets, it threatens our freedom. We have the chance right now to hold companies accountable, push for open source agriculture tech, and reclaim our food sovereignty. If we don't, the next famine might not be natural. It might be programmed. If this video made you think differently about the role of AI in our lives, hit that like button, subscribe for more truths that matter, and let me know in the comments. Do you trust AI with your food supply?